Oh, right then, time for the usual routine. Just one more place to post, and then we shall begin. And then we shall get going. Right, time for the usual. Right then, time for the usual. Oh, hello. Not saying no to that. That's DPS in need, and that's rare. I will not say no to that. That's free. That's free tomes and free money. It's also usually a bit of a warning sign. I like doing this as a warm-up. I'm quite good at rate. I'm pretty good at this. Oh. Oh, this one. I love this one.
I'm the only one fit to protect her.
To think that this could be born from my memories. That creature is passing on its people.
It's using fire.
Come at you!
Faithism's lighting.
You're not going anywhere. Oh!
Go. This is one of my favourite fights in the damn game. Music's brilliant. Nice, reasonably challenging. It appears to have lost a healer. To miss that. That means get the fuck out of dodge. And don't ignore mechanics. Here we go. I want to heal it though. Bound by faith. Stack.
You're not going anywhere. Oh! Light radiant.
I sense a surge in the ether.
And we completely fucking misread it. I just followed the tank, sorry. I just got myself dragooned.
Come, show me your strength. Feast my blood out of my core.
Shit. That's a hell of a... Oh. Oh, great. Both tanks have died at least once. That's not brilliant. There we go.
Let's try something else.
Let's not get myself killed this time. First strike, that's hopefully elemental this time. That basically means everyone wants to stack. Right. Always good to fake the AoEs.
You're not going anywhere. Oh! Defend your sins.
And with that, run!
The light's so strong. I can't sense anything else.
Shit. There we go. Come on. This time I'm not getting myself killed. Tank buster. Stay away from the tank. There we go. To heavens, fire.
Light radiant.
Excellent. Move out of the way. Fire this time. There we go. There we go. Tank buster. There we go.
Evil shield protects nothing. Light radiant.
And the limit break finished him. That's good. Right then, that's that done. I can get rid of all that. I don't need any of it anymore. Because I outgear this by quite a lot. Seconds. In any case, let's get on with the story then, shall we? That was Hall of the Novice. Can't do it on a mount for whatever reason. Right then, New Game Plus. Off we go. Let's see what they got for me tonight. Misgrieve. I forgot to fix on my gear. Don't matter too much. I'll do that after the next duty. We're going to be doing a couple of them today, luckily. Let's go. Master Trump. Yep. Well, time behind, call me Leatherface. We have visitors. My hairstyle looks very familiar. Oh, if it ain't the lovely Azelle. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Master Champ, that it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I want to just leave in the forest at all. Dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Didn't do a lot of explain things to you, boy. Seen them towering elm trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. As you'd expect, local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do the hunting elsewhere and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I won't stop for Azelle here, but the dragons ain't the only things you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. I dare say you're wondering what could be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you cross an antling with a megala crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. Never you'd stray far from their eyes out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties from arms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Duranians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Dravania? Aye, it was in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Reisvelger. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exotic mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Master Jean found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health. In Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hint of familiarity with the locals, Bant interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homelands, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Somal and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. More direct path then. Very well, let us follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Somal. Shall we? Sounds good to me. Well then, in any case, let's go deal with us. Well, let's go deal with the thingies then. They're heading north, because there's no actual gate out west. Well, that's where I'm headed. They went the other way. Let's go deal with some dragons then, shall we? Let's go deal with this lot. one-shotted. Proceed to the Stained One, defeating any foes who stand in your way. Stained One isn't too far, luckily. It's just a bit to the west, I believe. Southwest. And I'm on a bird. See what they've got for me this time. Probably more Vath. Not Nath. There we go. That's them two down. Handy abilities, those. Right then. Worse than dragons. I won't say so. Dragons are just ball aches. But at least you see them cut. Then again, you see them coming a mile off and know you're about to get eaten. Here we are, the Stained One, just being toppled. Should we chance to meet Master Trump again? I remember to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tend to describe as his guardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. The structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. Oh, it's thundering. You claim this is evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics, in honour of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperate you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Taylor, pray reason with these two. Look, the truth that past will be revealed. We don't know what it is yet, so we just need to find out. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and his guardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Taylor's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Taylor's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Heavensward will likely provide the catalyst Taylor's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Right then, off we go. Where are we heading next then? Spy you the three great towers to the west. Its guardians know them as Annick's Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Heavensward's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Somal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Or rather more concerned is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Alright then. But yeah. Those two don't get on. Although that's the boss fate. Special Task Force. And that is quite a nasty fate. But the problem is, you need it for 2 achievements. 1 for the fate itself, and 2 because it drops a triple triad card. And I don't know if you can get that one anywhere else. I did a lot of fates in here over the last few months. For all the weapons. Hang on. Let's see if anyone's online. Nope. No Alexines, just Raph. It is as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Master Champ did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they will threaten the dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Alright then. Yeah, I'm not sure how welcome Estinian will be. I don't think dragons are fond of people showing up armed as he is. Right then. Oh, hello. 2 Dravanian, 2 Nath down. A few more coming up. Yeah, that's 2. And another 2. 2 fire drones. Well, then down they go. Into the Trine Towers with Ezel. See how far we've got to go. And we're on ones. Right, we're actually already a fair bit of the way through Dravania then. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath, so to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the Warrior of Light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. Great, great. So, things are tense between those two. Ezel and Justinian don't like each other.
Vidovnia!
Dragon time.
Tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. Tis where I chanced to look again, for thou wouldst now be ash.
Yeah, something's not right with the Nath, is it?
Dear Vidovnia, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Let's check what's going on in the world mid cutscene.
Thou wouldst have father acknowledge his brood brother.
Good luck with
I would end
that.
this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
He's not the most pleasant of folk at this
You
point,
forget
Justinian.
yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
She's right.
My sires will forbid me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
I think she'd probably have a bit of trouble with Justinian. Dude's
Vidovnia,
powerful.
please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing.
Yeah.
Grant us this favour,
Yeah.
and open the way to Son Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Oh, that ain't good. He's like, yeah, we know what to do.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task, to succeed where dragons have failed?
Yeah? Why not?
'Tis beyond thee, mortal, but thou art welcome to try nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Yeah.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Because dealing with primals is important. Because they drain ether from land. In any case, welcome to our next shrine. Oh, there must have been a fate going on. So, the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought we'd applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. What a fool am I to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough, 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 I say. If the Nath have truly bought their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests on this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Masterstrom. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Basically, we need a kill. Yeah, and it's more to the point. If we don't kill the damn thing, we're going to have trouble later on down the line. Primals have to die. I would join the fact, but again, I've got no need for that. I literally have no need for the card. I've already got it. I got it the blooming week Heavensward came out, and I think it was 2015. Yeah, 2015. Jesus fuck, I feel old. Heavensward's more than 5 years old. And it made Dragoon by far the most complex job it's ever been. Fun, but complicated. Anyways, I'm with Masterstrom again. Oh, back already, are we? Met them in that, did you? What is it like to... Well, there's someone the god we need to know about their customs so we can sort it out. Someone that primal, you say? 7 L's. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond the trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, given the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. Want a good sized jar of land trap nectar, basket of kale and tree fruit, and, always Nath's favourite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit, leave it to the lower branches of these forest giants to present a little challenge to me. And I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphino's arcane assistance. Like these youths bring up meat. He needs carving from the smaller Nankas that lived in rivers. Three big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down what we call the trading post. Here, mark the spot on the map for you. You've been most kind, Master Masterstrom. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Good luck, mate. Right then, let's get this dealt with. I want to get this done quite quickly because I've got some shit I need to do later. Yeah, and that's Somal. And yes, we're going up there. In any case, Nankas. Legit, just 3 shots. Right then. Trading post. Oh, looks like there first. I was able to gather a good amount of nectar from the land traps. though I would not have known how to harvest it without Azel's help. Do you have an anchor, mate? Yep, there you go. Splendid. I shall put this with this Indian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I would think I would be suitably impressed. Yep, hopefully so. Well, how long must we wait? Do we have sounded a signal of some such? Well, maybe, but we should just get back and relax for a bit. Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Long has it been since Hunter's last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Lantram nectar, Kellam tree fruit, and Nagda flesh. What delectable food you've bought for us. Our meagre existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters. Come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling aromas are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in the stench than cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, it's not fair. Oh, brilliant. They seem friendly, which is good. The Vath are alright. But yeah, we're actually going to be making good progress relatively quickly here. And I want to be blazing through this bit. But here we are. Lostas Vath. Lothast Vash. Lothast Daff. Yeah, not going to try and pronounce that. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. And the storyteller. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You've bought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What do you have in return? Honoured Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically, knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone? Strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and speak as our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's God, of the God the One Mind summoned into our midst. The One Mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are. Yes, they are one. Connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. It was likely one that had fled with the battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. He was dying anyway. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground. No longer. They'd learned that a battle-weary Evanian was easy prey. Thus did the One Mind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our God and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our God ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Right then, so we've got to deal with so basically we're going to be dealing with a primal pretty soon. I call upon the power of primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that it is a necessary evil, and willing to shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a sign of the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, The distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primalist suffer to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphinaud. A being of whom we know naught. Has it occurred to you that we may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death? No, You have the right of it, Astinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Taylor. I do not fear my duty, mate. I'll do what has to be done. Wait, Taylor need not face this battle alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Alright, if you insist. Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? How many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters, we know not where this god resides or how to challenge it. Unless you mean to pray until it appears. Astinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. This at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. He does a bit, doesn't he? Especially after the shit show that was the bloody banquet, mate. Silva. Basically, he's giving himself a name. Right, I will just be right back. I need a drink. Whoa! Well, that's better. Right then. Right. Sorry about that. We are Vath. We have the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. You wish to meet our god. Offer yourself as a sacrifice and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. Put this idea in mind, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. Oh, he won't have our souls. We'll have his. Right then. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have bought, but not enough for all of that to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of young Nanka would make a fine repast. Ah. So basically, it's like, look, if you do this, we'll get you what you need. And this is one of the bigger ones. No, it's the smaller ones again. There we go. Luckily, Lothas Vath isn't too far. That does take some fucking pronouncing, I'm sorry. Right then. One voracious Vath coming right up. Here you go, some flesh. We Vath do enjoy an anchor flesh. You been out hunting yet? Here, some flesh. Another gift for the Vath, so unexpected. Yes, you'll have more of the words you trained hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the unmind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, all the whole hive is alerted. To eat our god undetected is all but impossible. How strange must spoken language seem to those who once shared minds. It's little wonder the Vath are so... how I turned so obscure and transparent in their meaning. I do not envy the Ant-Men their bond, for every man's mind may known to his neighbour. Ishgard would not last a pair. Where every man's mind makes known to his neighbour. Ishgard would not last a bell. The fact I want to elude certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I am beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the centre of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects the Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions. And of the nature of their own god. In summary, we've wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Forgive me, but let's be clear about what it is you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generally be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well disguises my plan. You'll join me in this endeavour as well, will you not, Taylor? Judging by the great risk you took to prevent the stumbling of Saint Shiva, you are not a man to err on the side of caution. Not really, no, but I'll happily go along with it. Well, I could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it's settled. Taylor, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and then allow them to take us prisoner. Well then, off we go. Yeah, he's right, Ishgard would be dead within a fucking hour. Like, it's ridiculous how quickly it'd cack itself. Right then, off we go. Yeah, I thought they were walking. Well, they must have beaten it. Right then, let's go do. Right then, let's see what they got for me then. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Here we go. Oh, it's down there. He's almost bloody hiding. The other mind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press into the hive. Let us press on into the hive and ensure we have our host's undivided attention. Will do. Oh, does it only mean if that's the case? Let's have a look. Ah. Yeah. Done that already. Stuff I'm not all that interested in. Blue mage stuff. Let's have a look. So I seeing anything worth doing rather than story, but no, let's keep on going then. Feed the bird. Here we are. Lothas Nath. Kill the intruders. There we go. Good luck. They don't really take much killing, do they? This will eventually stop being the case. Don't worry about that. Right then. Further into the hive. Yeah, we are kind of flying through this content. Here we are. That should be sufficient. If we did not have our host full attention before, we must surely have it by now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once we have steeled our mind for the battle to come. Well, that didn't take too long, did it? You're prepared then? Yep. Alright then, cutscene time. I think this one's quite lengthy. Hold here, Taylor. When the Nath come, we offer no resistance. Here we go. Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. Alright. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. And they're on us like a flash. All of one mind. It's never a good thing in my eyes. Anyways, they seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their Lord, pray leave matters to me. If I know what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Might sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape till we need to withdraw temporarily. Fair enough, fair enough. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you are haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Right then, here we are. Try to escape and we will break your fleshy legs. Though it is Miss Daphne's concern, I confess that I did wonder how the Nath might treat their prisoners. Happily, it would seem they are not wont to harm sacrifices, nor even to disarm them. Plainly they imagine their God invulnerable. Plan goes better than expected. Yes, it does. Oh, well, that ain't good. Okay, so here we go.
Now we have but to wait.
Yep. Says he from voice acting it. Oh, hello. Got a message. Bear with me one moment, please.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blade, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
There we go. Primal time, pretty much. It's like, oh, hello. Like luckier blades. I'm gonna have a lot of them.
Strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Our God is general. He has captured intruders and will claim antidote and offering of theirs.
Complete with some really good music in background.
These feeble fleshlings dare to invade our plans.
Call me feeble again, dickhead.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Oh. What a good thing to ask.
Thou wouldst slaughter death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Therefore should the glorious conquest of the Wrath concern thee so, Ellison. May our fellow kind struggle against the worms thereof wholly, and thou desirest of a pact.
Nope. Won't ally with the
Crave
plan.
no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goals shall remain out of reach. Never before has the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
I want to.
Question has no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Pretty much. Well, that's what he thinks, at least. I'm sure all over could fight, but that's a bad idea.
Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath will see the Ravanians slain, and their territory secured, and by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Indeed, to with my fleshy eyes so readily. Beloved, I, Ravana, fall not from the maid to accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I will have thee swear to serving mine army till their last breath is spent. Do you accept?
You know what? Yeah, why the fuck not? Round one. You can have round one, Isel.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
Oh, brilliant. Good luck. Anyone got any popcorn? And yeah, it's using the ether around her to transform. Only he's gonna use a big bunch of the fucking crystal's power to summon himself. And they ain't ice crystals. Still, should be right. Go get him, love. See how much ass he can kick against her instead.
What is this? A god clad in flesh.
I know Ravana, he's going to be looking forward to this.
Your witness, my lord. Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
He's looking forward to it, love.
My nose is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy hooves will not add to my enjoyment.
Fucker loves to fight. Here we go. First time in the game you see two gods fight. And he's trying first with Ice Brand. And he's bringing out the heavy guns already. Takes balls to go that deep early on. Oh, yep, he's still... in the end, he's pretty strong. Ice Brand, and he just resisted it. Yeesh! Oh. I don't think she's done yet. Takes a lot to deal with the primal. Oh shit. And he just resisted it.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals.
And he just put his L out on, and he just dropped her.
Be thou power made, thou nothing to me. And what be water, art thou warrior or craven?
Warrior. I'm warrior, mate, and you ain't got a fucking hope. Well then. And I'm not going to need to transform into a primal to deal with you. Oh yeah, definitely. Not so much sport. Oh, he appears to be picking the arena this time. Right then, let's go deal with him. To make sure she's alright first though. In any case, first Heavensward trial. Thok as thok hard. Forgive me, I was overconfident. Well, let's get this over with then. I'd rather do this one on Dragoon, to be honest. I know how to tank it, but it's just a bit of a ball ache to do. Bloody controller. See if anyone wants to come along in the FC. Probably don't. There's no network event, so I can't spend anything else for that. Much point anyways. This is one of the good. Hopefully I get someone soon, because this is the fight with some of the best music in the entire damn game. And I only have about. Well, I'm wanting to go for a couple more hours because I do have some shit to do tonight. AEW Rampage will be on, and I'm not sure what the main event is. And that's it. John Silver versus Adam Cole. Baby. Oh, we'll get in sooner or later. In any case, it's better than fucking working. At least here, I don't have to put up with people being idiots. Or anti-vaxxers, or anti-maskers. Don't have to deal with any shit like that. Something I am just done with at the moment. Yeah, we're stuck here in the sacrificial chamber with all these bloody crystals. Until the fight starts. And again, this is one of the better primal fights. There we go, into Thok-ass Thok hard. It says hard mode. It means normal. But yep, the music in this fight is glorious. You've actually got a threatening boss. There we go. Unos Primal. Ravana. There we go. Not much point me going all out at the start because, well, I don't actually have any of my stronger abilities yet. He's going to wind up knocking a bit of the arena wall off if he's not careful, so... Here's the one thing with that ability. It basically means I can do a bit more damage. And get out of the way at the last minute. Oh shit! Right, you don't want to get hit by that, that'll hurt. As King found out, in. There we go. Slaughtered now. I need to get behind him. Fuck off! Hang on there, you twat! Right, oh dear. they're going to get burned. Oh, they're about to get hurt. That. Oh dear. Oh great, ants. Right, deal with those ASAP. In all seriousness, do you want the ants dealt with quickly here? Then for the tank, not to bloody spin the boss so I get cleaved. Boom, got it. Those ones need to die quickly. They've got a lot of health, that's the problem. Yep. Down again. The more ads there are, the more damage you're going to take. We've got it. That phase is done. A bloody fuller. Right. There we go. This is some of the best boss music in the game. Pillars of Heaven, get in. Get to the edge and don't get knocked off because he can't get revived in this fight. If you get knocked off, you're done. Oh shit. Swift slaughter. And I'm third. Oh geez, some of these, if they're not careful, they're going to get themselves killed. And that will knock you off the battlefield if you're not careful. And I know enough to know that that means out. Oh dear. Someone's fallen off and they're not going to be able to be revived. Right. In. Let's finish the job. See how much this does. Oh shit, the tank's dead. Alright, this is very quickly going south. Got it. See, that fight is some of the best music in the entire damn game. By far. And they're relatively well geared, apart from the bugle stick. But I'll take it. Win's a win, and I've had far worse, and if I died, I've had worse deaths. I'm a dragoon. They don't look too happy. And they've decided to say, nope, nope, we're legging it. The one mine shat itself.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle.
Not so much
You begin
skill
to
as luck.
see why so many place their faith in you.
Because I kick ass.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little fear of the primal fighting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Oh dear. What the hell are they doing here?
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light.
Oh great.
But in every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
With that, right then. Never since we first thought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You were a marvel to behold, Taylor. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They'll be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. Well, we've got a bit. Yeah, we've taken down the primal. I'm assuming that, what's-her-face, Vidofnir, she'll be happy to know that we've dealt with the primal. See, that's the long bit of this done. I'll tank the dungeon. I'm going to tank the dungeon, because I can tank that one relatively well. And because I've got more tools in that dungeon as a tank than I do as a DPS. Unless I can get some people to join me. It's somehow, it's not too bad a dungeon. And, well, Milo's in the middle of Aurum Vale, and I'd rather do this, I'd rather do... Hopefully she got what she needed. Yeah, need to do some D-spirit bonding soon. Well, let us know. Honey, I'm home! Taylor, Lady Azelle, thank the 12. Nothing doing, we got it down nicely. Wasn't too bad. Primal's dead. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Fath never mentioned his name. You are quite certain he will keep his word? There was honour beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Taylor. Never did doubt you, warrior of light. Like some. You were gone so long that Master Alphino here lost his wits worry. Fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. No worries. What matters is that the Brown is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidofnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm. Hey, Svelga, need opening mean this one will not be halted by idle chatter. So come now. Let's make every moment count. You're unkind, Estinian. For his experience and intellect, Alfno is still but a boy. He's a lad, but I'm not going to lie, that was pretty funny. He's hell. But, hell, don't worry. Dude's having a laugh, he's alright. You should have seen the boy fretting. What a sight to behold. Sees him no more. Master Alfno is to be applauded for a sense of responsibility. Given his years, it's little wonder the burden weighs heavy on his shoulders. Shall we be on our way to our next shrine then? I would not have the dragons think we've forgotten our bargain. Well, yeah, I don't think they'll be happy with that. I think Vidofnir will be like, well, are you here to negotiate another deal? No. No, we don't need to negotiate another deal. You won't be having primal trouble for a while. And if you do, it's because he's waiting for me. Won't be any other reason. But yeah, also Ravana Extreme is actually one of the most fun primal fights. There we go. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Oh yeah, about that. Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Taylor's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the primal swore to withdraw his followers from your land in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he'll keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfil mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you must unto the deepest reaches of Morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Som Al. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Oh great, stairs. If enough, I don't think this will fit in. In any case, shut up here. And that's quite a lot of stairs. Over here. To the Somal foothills. And that's a dragon corpse. That's not particularly nice to see. But yeah, there are dinosaurs in here. Morning after that is a fate. Battle to Rask Force again. Boss fates can spawn quite quickly around here. But yeah, this is basically a very hot cavern. Now I realise that we'd probably be turning to dust in seconds in here, but yeah. So Victors, we encountered them earlier. In any case, before the next dungeon, with the next cutscene, after the next cutscene, I shall be nipping to the gents. Then we'll be getting on with it. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Somal's summit, for thee and thy companions. And she's plenty strong as Vidofnir. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter have not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Were the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for it is certain they shall take great offence at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warning, gentle Vidofnir. My final word for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breathe further despair. She's big, and she's left a bloody Estinian? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. At a moment, shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Teoman herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our paths will feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you we have come to parley of peace? Let us be clear, heretic. Save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. It is for their sake that I go now to speak with Freysfelka. But I said nothing of Teoman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. It's my duty as a Zir Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Heavensward, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Alphinaud's right. Right, before I queue for the dungeon, your boy needs to visit. Well, I can queue while I wait. Well then, it's not that one, it's Heavensward. Som-Al. With that, I shall be right back. Time to go. Oh, you've got to click something. Well then. Well, I'm back. Sorry about that. Dude needed the gents. You know what? Sod it. No one's there yet. So, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Yep. Go on a little walkabout. I want to get through this, like I said, relatively quickly. Ain't going for that one. That, like I said, that face bloody nasty. And it's just Wrath again. That's the key issue with this dungeon. No, not too long, luckily. I personally don't want to just do it unsynced, because that'd be boring to watch. As me running through a dungeon, one-shotting fucking everything, apart from the boss. And that dragon's asleep. Okay, so might as well just have a fly around, see if there's anything. Oh, in we go! Right. This place isn't too bad, luckily. Welcome to Somal. Oh, that was the other person next to me. Well, hopefully they are. I tend not to fuck around. There we go. Best way to get a healer to relearn is to just go all in. With Drake's Bird down, that saves us dealing with the poison spore things. Shit. That almost ended very, very badly. I almost had to use my immunity there. That would have been pretty bad in an early game dungeon. I'm going to take it easy on them now. The issue is, this is literally the only AoE I have at this level. Shit! They must have completely lost track of me. Well, so I've had worse tests. Did we actually manage to take... No, we didn't get any of them. Brilliant. Right, I've actually got cooldowns now for that one. Gonna take it easy on this healer. He'll be a moment getting back. I did not expect a wipe there. Like I said, it happens. I've had worse. There we go. I do apologise for wiping there. Right then, that is one mob down. That is the direct thing down. With that, boss time. First boss of dungeon, Raskovnik. Right then, deal with it. Let's deal with this properly. Yep, salted earth. Yep. Even now, most of the early bosses don't, most of the first dungeon bosses don't really have much in the way of mechanics. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you don't need to do that here. Just stop targeting me with that, you stupid bloody plant thing. There we go. First boss down. Again, won't be taking any stuff from the dungeon because, again, at this point, none of it is of any use to me. In any case, I think if I do what I normally do, it should be big for could be good for this pull. Luckily, this is basically just a big AoE fight. Dragging down. I think they're getting back in swing of things. take those, but I've got no use for them. This time I have to remember to use that. There we go. Another dragon dealt with. Two more mobs, and then a boss. I think they're doing better now. I think they've gotten it time to relearn. Right then. This boss. Oh, then time for a vinegaroon. Mia. Yes. Ow. Yeah, lesson one with this boss, you do need to stand quite close to him or that will hit you. This. Blue means spread. Yeah, those have to be ignored. There's one coming up that can be though. I'll make sure to mark it for them so they know which one to go for. There we go. There's the bigger. There we go. Second boss down. That bit can always get people if they don't know what they're doing. So I would get this for glams, but I don't like any of it as glam. Right, more AoEs. Basically a big old AoE bloody test. Big AoE check, so you make sure you know what you're doing. Alright, time for something a bit bigger. A bigger wyvern. Sort of a mini twinny. There we go. Yeah, Death Sentence is one of Twintania's abilities, and that, although when Twinny uses it, it's a bloody nasty one. Because when she uses it, it's a tank buster. Right then, dragons. Yeah, they ain't too happy about us going to the top of the mountain, are they? Don't really need curious faces, just 2 dragons that are hurt, and they'll go down quickly. There we go. Right, we're almost there already. I've got a couple more hours yet to get to the halfway point of Heavensward, and then we should be good to go. Right then. Coffer. Coffer. Fur. Ranger. And that, I believe, is a black mage weapon, so I've got no use for it. Well, let's see what's going on with this. And here's your boss. Well, let's deal with this one. Tiaman. Yeah. Right, that is a lot of AoE. This boss is basically another massive AoE fest. Plus, that tank buster doesn't hurt as much as the one from fucking Nabrialis. Right, this is gonna suck. There we go. You're getting too close to the front of the boss, mate. There we go. Let's get both these wings. One wing. There we go. Now deal with the next one. Shit. Really? Once, tanks adjusting. Didn't know you for those. I don't know. As I said, hard worse deaths. Anyways, that is Nidhogg's misses down. Right, that's another crystal re-unlocked. Hello. I'm alright. I'm alright. It's got another crystal. It's got another crystal back, man. To Team Tierman was the last. Since no other dragons nearby. Oh! That's Nidhogg. What is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we're here then? His fury. Ah, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I'm yet my own master. For that damned worm's wrath burns hot and flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland lies yet before us. Well then, welcome to a new zone. Thus do we add another link to the Chains of Vengeance. Oh Shiva, when will it end? That means when the only way to deal with it is to kill Nidhogg ourselves. But honestly, an angry Nidhogg is fucking horrifying.
To the peak of some path, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands, floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh 1,000 years.
Welcome to the Mists. Another part of Dravania. Nope. But yeah. Do apologise, the next bit is annoying. You are going to want to stab Moogles by the end of this. We've reached at last the peak of Sumal. It is said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it called in Kurthus, but yeah, it carries the chill of a dozen winters. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Racevelgar himself. Oh! I think you're asking, what manner of creature is that? Taylor, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? Yeah, that was a Moogle. It's my understanding that they only dwell within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in Churning Mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Racevelgar makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Right then, let's go. Welcome to the Churning Mists, where I guarantee you it's even colder than it is down further below. We are currently at the summit of Soam Arl. It's gone, Taylor, we must widen our search. There we go. That's where I saw them last night. Little bunny. Right. Aetheric disturbance. They're concealing themselves. I've heard tales of these Moogles, but it's the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? Why do you say me so? Can I not find creature adorable? My heart is not surely made of ice. Just Taylor's grinning. Estinia's reaction is a bit less like hers. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. You certainly want a trick of the light. Just maybe it was simply one of these strange plants shifting in a breeze. Yeah, no, that was a Moogle, mate. And honestly, I can see there's some ethereal there's some disturbances in the ether. No sign of a Moogle in the area. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Confound it. Could we put on list the aid of one of the local Moogles? I'm certain Racevelgar was not eluded for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify nidhogs with any certainty. We could have wandered the mist for days and not know if we were any closer with brood brother. And those are the days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Azelle, might I ask you to question any dragons who you judge it's safe to approach? I shall try, but I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravans in the area deaf to reason. What of you, Master Alphinaud? I have not yet given up on the Moogles. Taylor, come to me with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mogglemog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Yep, don't ask. Assuming you have no need for me, I shall remain here. Your dog senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the eye. His attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinia. Come then, Taylor, let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Nottinger's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you, there is an aetherite of ancient construction here which would make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. Will do, will do. Right then, yeah. Let's see what they've got for me. Right, it looks like I've back to get down here for a little bit. Firstly, I'm going to do something I probably should be doing irregularly. I'm going to go check in with Tataru. See what she's got for me over the Forgotten Night. Where is she? There she is. I made some supper for the tavern workers and they liked it so much they put it on the menu. Might I suggest the Dawn tea and Logan's shoe? Basically she's doing a bit of cooking. Right then. To Gedania. Right then, let's go and have a look, see what they've got for me. Now that is a very leafy piece of setup. What is it? Snake's tongue. That must be from PvP. Right then, over at Conjurer's Guild. That's where they'll be, over at Novica's Altar. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the Twelveswood Moogles, to she. We are stationed at the Lotus Stand. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance? Yep. Let's have a look. Relatively well geared. The Elder Seedseer awaits you. Pray follow me. It's been a fair old while since we've been here. I think she's got a new voice actress as well. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but it is no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us on such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we will beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. Speak on, friend. She's like, oh, that does sound interesting. I see. So you're seeking me to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists? Kupo, I say, Kupo! Greetings, Cooper Cop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sun to bring you some fruit, can I? And I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Kupo. I'm glad to tell you all I know that amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Javania, and hoped that you and your kin in Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I'm mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young. They say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Moglemog the Twelfth. He's revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it's perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories often contain a measure of truth. It is like that the Moogles of the Turning Mists tell similar tales with your word below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I decided to make a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Gooblo. Will you accompany us then? Don't you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit the thought of returning outside the 12 is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as ambassador of Gridania. Like what? Why, my lady, are you quite certain? How often does our nation turn to the silence of the seventh dawn in its hour of need? How often we ask the warrior of light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Like, is this not just? Like, yes, my lady. A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honoured by your presence. Like, well, I think she just wants to. I think she wants to trip out the glade and a change of scenery, personally. Check me discard. When we return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments, I will serve as the Elder Seedseer guide on the journey back to Somal. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Basically going to be going through Kurthus and just like... And just be like, what is she doing with you? A favour. Don't ask. I'm asking, that's the Elder Seedseer. Okay, we'll explain. When we're out, when we're back. Yep. This fucking controller. Right, go off a word with the Stinian, who I get the feeling is getting bored and wants to kill something. And the Chocobo's coming with me. There's more people here than there was last time. See what Isabel has to say. I tell you, I returned. How fared you in Gridania? Better than I hope. Graves Velga's whereabouts elude me. Well, we managed to pull some out the hat. Yeah, you better be on your best behaviour. You too, Astinian. Well met, warrior of light. Your dog has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. Yeah, we've got the Elder Seedseer on the way to help us out with this one, mate. The Elder Seedseer herself, fancy your call? Then there is not to do but wait. They're here, Taylor. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid of the road of Dranians. It would seem the dragons have abandoned Somal for the journey mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Astinian? Which guard is you, Dragoon? It is not to meet you, Sir Astinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it is only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that descended upon their home. Perhaps now would be an opportune time to introduce ourselves. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Kane Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I hope people can hear me. Hold on. Sorry. I am Moglin, the chief of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honour to meet you. Greetings, I'm Kukla Kopp, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below. Your hide is different to you, Kupo, but that poem is unmistakable. Might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions and I were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you over much in their eagerness. As to make your acquaintance, full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked in here in nigh on 1,000 years. Mayhap you will forgive them for their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Heavensward, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kane Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we do not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We eat here because we smell dragon blood. The skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Rayfelger, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-splattered watery friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Now wait just a moment, Chieftain. Taylor here may have doled out the odd dashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. He is the champion of the Twelveswood Moogles. Now not hear his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall of course take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust to exchanges. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Moghome. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. Yeah, now for an annoying bit of the quest. Of the story, I mean. Right, let's see what they've got for me now. Speak with Moglin. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kinds look so different from one another? Must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kupo got to call you again? Taylor. Taylor? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug and Mogwin. These being the names of the three wise Moogles who had administered the momentous challenges that I devised to measure your worth. I call them trials of trustworthiness. Undertake these trials and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Right, great. Moogle trials. Morgan. Yes, I'm Morgan. Foremost alchemist in Moghome, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings is droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Oh, I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, a trial. Go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Isle Tome. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Cooper. Well then, Isle Tome, so that's not too far. Basically, I'm doing the Moogles' chores because they're too fucking lazy to do their own jobs for themselves. Cooper. Big swallow, great. There we go. Let's see what else there is. Well, let's go have a word with Morgan. Ah, dear. Yep. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Here you go. Oh yes, these are perfect. Now I have the main ingredient for my pom tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Did you ever feel your pom losing its bounce? And I'm your Moogle, Cooper. I just used one, didn't I? So exceedingly fluffy. Yes, you have the most pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know, I'm the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you've ever laid eyes upon, Cooper. Indeed to being this adorable, better take a stroll outside with others relentless dragons throwing themselves on me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, flinging their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Cooper. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Yep. Yep. Well, and that's that one dealt with. Basically, they wanted him for dinner. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees? Wonderful! You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Yep. Warrior of Light, we've not spoken since trouble with good King Moglemog. Now proffer my apologies. Had I not been bound by my duty to protect the Elder Seedseer, I would have stood good with you against your accusers in Uldar. No worries, no worries. I owe the Elder Seedseer my life. My duty to protect her surpasses all other concerns. Mogwin's a name and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know you have come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness, but as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I intend to charge you with achieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. With an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Koopa nuts on an open market, you must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colour and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Mogomo! Right, have you got it? Mogwin is missing a masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you meant a paint smeared mess of a pebble? Not seen it recently. Fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Must think he's an asshole or something. Well, he is. Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day! If I'm the swift in finding it, I will have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. I'll see those 4 Koopa nuts just lying around to spend on such luxuries. Well, and what now, Mogto? I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Somal's summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. I mean, more than probably, yeah. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Well, he might have left it up further up there. Ah, yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Second of your trial commences, go adventure and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Right, up here we go. Again, this place is quite pretty. Oh, hang on a sec, I got a message. Right, I need to figure out how far I've got to go. I think. Mog stuff. More Moogle stuff. It'll take me another hour or so, I think. Probably it won't take me too long. And there we go. Obtain the Moogle's masterpiece. I'm very glad I don't have all the side quests here to do anymore, because there were a lot of them. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chief Moglin will hear this valorous deed. Right, great. Go have a word with Chief Moglin again. Taylor, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the Taskmasters Moghan, Mogmoog and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions, and I decided, Kupo, gather your friends before me now so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Well then, who's first? Alphino. Are these trials over? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like Patrogos, I shall demand compensation in couponuts out of principle. Out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear about the chieftain's verdict, shall we? How go your trials, warrior of light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not the chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? To contradictions aside, it seems that our host seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Mogul warrior of El who also favoured such attacks. Meant as a compliment, as I expect, but how these feather lumps could out-relieve a caracal lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Taylor. I like not this place. I'm not doing his full voice because it ruins me neck. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogulmog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling, but with every passing moment I'm become more certain that we've discovered the origin of the tale. Fully eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. We become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin's finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. That might be the one we were due. Sorry, just reading something. Apparently we meant to get hit by some big solar storm thing a few years ago, and it missed. What sorcery is this? That my heart has turned at me a fluffiness. Taylor, no matter what it is, Chieftain Moblin has made his decision. Well, no, let us not keep him waiting then. Are you surprised to see such a fierce-looking Moogle, Kupo? The Pond Guard must defend Chieftain Moglin and all of Mogholm. Mind your manners in front of the chieftain, and don't make him repeat himself. Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. I'm going to stab you. And have our labours proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But, you see, before any meeting with the Heavensward could take place, certain preparations need to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, Bring the horn, the horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! We blow in this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak to the great worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Morgan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now, you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give her the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Rayvelga. Very possibly, yes, but I won't get my hopes up too high. Kupo, the old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I'm quite certain that Rayvelga will welcome our overtures.
Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we've got enough time already.
I mean, you're right. The glare she just gave him! Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo, visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mockholm your home amongst the clouds.
Morgan again.
Thanks for the help, Kupo. That would ever found time for all those wrong chores. Hey, one my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting around and more time chieftaining, things would never gone so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so that's all well ends well, eh, Kupo?
Piss off, Kupo.
I expect you're eager to be on your way. Didn't mention your friend Alpha and was looking for you? If not, Alphino is looking for you, Kupo. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. We'll not be long now, Rayvelga. To the best of my knowledge, we have all we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seatia and the rest of you will soon be making the journey back to Gidania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? It's a bit cutting heavy, this, isn't it? Alphino, Turlo, I do humbly thank you for what's been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Muggles might never have been revealed to us. It is we who should be thankful, Elder Seatia. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they never would have chosen to reveal themselves at all. It was your present Kuplo Cop that ultimately won their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary at the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It's my pleasure, Kupo. Made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmuggles back home. It is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seatia. We too must be on our way. Warrior of Light, pray attend close as your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen.
Will do.
Right then, off we go. Enough talk. Let us leave this risible place behind us. Have you said your goodbyes and done away your tears, Kubo? Then we're indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Raisvelga's attention. I'll come along and show you the best way to Zenith. That's the big pass where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for a SAR. What's that for Rampaging Dragons? Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Yeah, they ain't gonna be too happy that we're up here now. I mean, they're not exactly happy creatures the better times, dragons. They're quite fucking dangerous, but they are very dangerous. They're always dangerous. Right then. Yeah, this is a place where you do want to explore, and there's a lot of exploring to be done. Because this is actually one of the bigger zones. Right, another dragon, bigger one this time, looks angrier. Oh. Use the bait then. Right then, over to Asar. Not Azahi, he comes late. That little shit comes later. But this is Asar. Here we go. Never would I believe that so much land lay hid above the clouds. Dravania is not as I imagined it. Dravania is not as I imagined it. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I'm all but certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. You would know. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious, most curious. Things were a bit bitey back there for a while, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what have these dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Raisvelga invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Yep. There we go. Man the off Moogle, leaving that be because that's for a fate. Yeah, I had to spend a lot of time here doing fucking fate grinding for all my relics, for all my level 80 relics. I had to do that 9 times in total. Fun. It's quite draining. Still, got it done eventually. Who can say when the weather will turn? I've a mind to make camp. And now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Raisvelga. I must be patient. The fates make mock of us, to be so close. You do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to our end, though close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And may I be brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen weights of Kurthus. Alright. Clear our minds. It is Master Alphino's mind need clearing. Thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. To see him stroll away as if these ruins are not quarrelling with deadly beasts. Follow him, Taylor, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We'll have the camp ready by the time you return. Alright. Yeah. Right then, let's go see where he is. Right, threatening looking monsters. Oh jeez! That one actually would have taken more than one shot. Yep. Yep. There we go. I say it was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alpha returns with wood, we can see about supper. The ice queen has filled the pot with what look like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. And you can skewer something to it, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, they use this as a makeshift table and they've got sandbags. Just fire. I like this scene. Everyone's relaxing around the campfire, probably with a drink and a beer or something. And few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognised firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. See, well, you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Isel with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Sharlayan dignitary. Alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the Studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of mine own shortcomings, that hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We are all of us guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe? It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fanned the flames of conflict. Lytton died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I'd rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it's the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. Your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have laboured. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nito killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will breed only more vengeful souls such as mine. Good shot. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Isgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. He's right. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, wind's willing, we shall have our answers in the morrow. Let's sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. At least we've had something to eat and some beer. We're not too far from end. We're nearly there. The campfire was so cosy. Must have fallen asleep, Kupo. Do you know how the wind? Would you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hazelga back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with using that shiny horn. So, I'm heading back now. It's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. Nice knowing you. Well, as long as his hunt's gone well, hopefully he don't want to eat us. And he looks like he belongs in the bloody 90s. Or the early 2000s in an outfit like that. Right then, in any case, up to Zenith. There we go. Right, up we go. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. So this is the place. It is time, Warrior of Light. Well, let's see how far I've got to go. I don't think I've got that far now. Oh, it appears it worked. Big fucking dragon. Right then. Right then. See what he has to say. Because he's a great worm and he's a damn sight more powerful than anything we've encountered thus far.
Grace Helga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Oh, he's pissed.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself to her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Also, important thing, notice how, something I didn't notice till a bit ago, notice how Heavensward is missing an eye. Remember that, that's fucking important.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva, reborn.
He's speaking about Bahamut. A primal.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Wasn't Shiva. You created it.
Be that as it may, Lord Tracefelder, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
No, they can. So we can use my gift of the echo then. Missed that bit. He's not kidding. Yep, took the eyes of a dragon for himself. They ripped her eyes out and ate them, basically. Yep. And that's the lie the whole Ishgardian, the dragon song, that is the lie that the Ishgardian Orthodox Church spreads to justify the Dragon Song War. That they didn't start it, the dragons did. They're the ones who started the whole thing. So we got some things to sort out soon, haven't we? He remembers everything.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
fish god's so-called heritage.
Yep.
Then the seed lies within us.
Yep.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
They're not that good yet, mate.
But if any Ishtardi, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Often I wondered why Nico did not simply raise Ishtar to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragon Song War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
That ain't gonna work. Basically, he's done with this shit. No interest in peace, no interest in war, just wants to be left alone. And honestly, I can't say I blame him. But we got to talk to Heavensward goes every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. What a pity that I mislike what he said. So far do we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned served only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the start. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. And that is part one. That is part one of Heavensward over and done with. But I still have a little bit of time. We're not starting part 2 yet, because that will require going to a dungeon. We've got some shit to do. The next bit of the because there's going to be cutscenes for the next bit. So, question. Would you like to see something a bit more hardcore? Because I do want to do something else, and that took a lot less time than I anticipated it taking. Hold on. Firstly, before that, right then. See what I can do now. Do you want to do something else? I'm just going to see if there's any mounts I want. Slaney. There's a mount I was meaning to get yesterday. I don't know if I'll still want it or not. I didn't bother buying it because I've got 7 mil, which is a good chunk. Let's have a look. That's all barding, and that's all worth a lot of money. Ooh. And that's not too expensive. Magic bed, very expensive. Down my whistle, got. No, that's not the one. Already got that one. So I'm sorry, I'm getting a few of these. Oh, jeez. Deinonychus-horn, I already had one of those. That's the one, the Gabriel one. Few more mounts. Right then, with that, let's bung those into my favourites, I think. That's what that one looks like. I use that as a mod, put that into favourites, to faves. This one looks pretty cool. This one looks dumb as fucking pretty cool. One more. Now that is a cool ass mount. Alright, with that then, let's bung these into favourites. Right then. Might as well do main scenario because that'll get me some. Might as well do main scenario roulette. Firstly, let me just nip some Nougat down here, see what I need. Well, let's see if where the Moogle is. See if that's where I get the jacket. Newest ones. Let's have a look. Inferno jacket, 100. Well, firstly, let me swap to Dragoon. Swap to this glam, see if it works. Yeah, I quite like that look. Right, I'm going to work on getting that, I think. In any case, I'm actually done for the night because I don't really like doing. I don't want to do roulettes in front of you because that might be a bit boring. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find someone to raid. Just take me just a sec. Miss Tech, I think. Raid. Let's have a look who I'm raiding. Gonna raid MTQ. She does similar stuff to me, so she should be good to raid. In any case, have a lovely evening. I'll see you all tomorrow night for the next bit of Heavensward. Tomorrow, time to go deal with Nidhogg. Have a lovely night and do take care.